In the vast, sprawling history of modern business, few stories resonate like a tectonic shift, quite like the creation of Amazon. Jeff Bezos, a man now synonymous with e-commerce, did not merely start a company, he ignited a revolution. It reshaped global commerce, consumer behavior, the internet's infrastructure. To understand Amazon today, on December 14, 2025, we trace its humble origins and pivotal milestones. We study him for audacious decision-making and long-term vision dissected in boardrooms worldwide. The narrative begins not in a corporate tower, but with a startling observation. In 1994, Bezos was a senior VP at D.E. Shaw. He read a stat. The internet was growing 2,300% a year. That number lodged in his mind and sparked a radical idea. He drew up 20 possible products to sell online. Software, clothing, then narrowed it to books. Books were universal, with millions of titles, far more than any physical store could stock, proving the internet's advantage. Infinite selection. Amazon.com officially launched on July 16, 1995, and the world was introduced to a new way to buy books. The website was simple by today's standards, but revolutionary for its time, featuring a searchable database of over 1 million titles. A bell in the office was programmed to ring every time a sale was made, but the tradition was abandoned within weeks as orders flooded in. In its first 30 days, with no mass media promotion, Amazon had already shipped books to all 50 states and 45 different countries. This immediate organic growth validated Bezos's core hypothesis. Customers were ready to embrace online convenience and selection, even in its most primitive form. The early years were a frantic scramble to build the infrastructure to support demand. The company soon moved into a small warehouse, but the core challenge stayed the same: how to efficiently fulfill a rapidly increasing number of orders for a vast catalogue of items. This period established Amazon's DNA: operational excellence and logistics. By 1997, Amazon's rapid growth had made one thing abundantly clear: it needed a massive infusion of capital to continue its aggressive expansion. The solution was an initial public offering. On May 15, 1997, Amazon went public on the Nasdaq exchange at a price of $18 per share, raising $54 million. This event was a critical turning point, transforming Amazon from a private startup funded by family and venture capitalists into a publicly traded corporation under the intense scrutiny of the market. The IPO provided the financial firepower necessary to build new, larger distribution centers, invest heavily in technology to improve the website, and fund a massive marketing push to make Amazon.com a household name. The influx of cash from the IPO immediately fueled one of the most significant strategic shifts in the company's history: the expansion beyond books. Bezos's vision was never to run just a bookstore, it was to create an everything store. In 1998, Amazon began its relentless march into new product categories: music, videos, electronics, toys, home goods. This was a direct challenge to established retailers in each of these sectors. This diversification was a high-stakes gamble. As Amazon entered the new millennium, having survived the dot-com apocalypse, Jeff Bezos began to focus on a new problem: how to transform casual shoppers into deeply loyal, high-frequency customers. The answer, unveiled in 2005, was a program so audacious it was initially met with deep skepticism within his own executive team. It was called Amazon Prime. For a flat annual fee of $79, customers were offered unlimited 2-day shipping on eligible purchases. fast shipping, streaming video, music. At the time, shipping costs were a major friction point in e-commerce, and offering to eliminate them on an all-you-can-eat basis seemed like a surefire way to bankrupt the company. The finance department projected catastrophic losses, but Bezos pushed the initiative through, betting that the convenience would fundamentally change shopping behavior. While Amazon was rewiring shopping habits, it was also quietly building another business, seemingly disconnected from retail. This gave birth to Amazon Web Services, which launched core services like the Simple Storage Service and the Elastic Compute Cloud between 2002 and 2006. AWS let startups and enterprises rent computing and storage, eliminating costly hardware. With its retail dominance solidified by Prime and its profitability supercharged by AWS, Amazon set its sights on a new frontier: the digital content ecosystem. Bezos recognized that the future of media, books, music, video, was digital, and he was determined that Amazon would not just participate but lead. In November 2007, Amazon unveiled the Kindle. It was not the first e-reader on the market, but it was the first to seamlessly integrate a hardware device with a massive digital bookstore, allowing users to think of a book and be reading it in under 60 seconds. The Kindle was a Trojan horse. The device itself was sold at a low margin, but it locked customers into Amazon's digital ecosystem. By controlling both the device and the store, Amazon could dictate pricing and terms in the burgeoning ebook market, much to the chagrin of traditional publishers. The Kindle's success was immediate and profound, accelerating the shift from print to digital reading and establishing Amazon as the undisputed king of the book world, both physical and digital. The next major hardware innovation emerged from Lab 126. In 2014, Amazon surprised the world with the launch of the Amazon Echo, a smart speaker powered by a voice-controlled virtual assistant named Alexa, and strategically placed Amazon's operating system directly into the kitchens and into living rooms of millions of households. The Echo wasn't just a speaker, it was a new storefront for Amazon and a platform for a new ecosystem of skills and smart home integrations. The 2010s marked the decade of Amazon's ascent to true global dominance. The company's scale became almost incomprehensible as it expanded its e-commerce operations into dozens of countries, building a colossal network of fulfillment centers, delivery stations, and even its own air cargo fleet. This logistics empire allowed Amazon to offer ever faster delivery speeds and dynamic pricing models, driving sales and optimizing margins at a scale no competitor could match. This period saw Amazon transition from being a major player in retail to becoming the very definition of the market for a vast array of goods, a force that could make or break smaller brands that depended on its platform. To accelerate its growth and enter new markets, Amazon embarked on a series of high-profile acquisitions. In 2012, it bought Kiva Systems, a robotics company, to automate its warehouses and supercharge its fulfillment efficiency. The most shocking acquisition came in 2017, when Amazon announced it was buying Whole Foods Market for $13.7 billion. Other key acquisitions, like the shoe retailer Zappos and the video game streaming site Twitch, further broadened Amazon's empire, bringing new customer bases and business lines under its ever-expanding umbrella. However, this unprecedented scale and market power inevitably brought with it a new and challenging milestone: intense public and regulatory scrutiny. Questions were raised about working conditions in its warehouses and about Amazon's dual role as platform and competitor. Regulators in the US and Europe began launching antitrust investigations into its business practices. On July 5, 2021, exactly 27 years after he incorporated the company, Jeff Bezos officially stepped down as CEO, handing the reins to Andy Jassy, the longtime head of AWS. Bezos transitioned to executive chairman. He wanted to focus on other passions: Blue Origin, Day One Fund, Bezos Earth Fund. This leadership change was monumental. It showed the company had matured into a self-sustaining institution. The milestones of his tenure tell a story of step-by-step innovation. Selling books online, going public, surviving the dot-com bust, expanding to the everything store, Amazon Prime, Amazon Web Services, Kindle, Alexa. Each step was a calculated risk, a big bet guided by long-term focus and obsession with starting with the customer and working backward. Your margin is my opportunity. He attacked inefficiencies in publishing, retail, enterprise computing. Amazon's story is more than one man. It's a defining digital age narrative whose consequences will be debated for generations to come.